Thank you for giving me the floor. I wish to congratulate you on your appointment. In Chile, systemic and institutionalized racial discrimination is reflected in how the state treats lands, territories, waters, coastal waters, and generally the resources of Indigenous peoples, because they fail to implement the rights of UNDRIP, enshrined in UNDRIP and its principles, such as those enshrined in Articles 3, 4, 25 and 26. The effects of climate change have a direct impact on a daily basis on women, particularly on Mapuche women that live in ancestral lands. They are excluded from decision-making processes. There is evidence pointing to the accumulation of heavy metals, including mercury, arsenic and lead, in aquatic ecosystems affected by extractive and thermoelectric activity. There are also dumping grounds where waste is dumped without health restrictions, and rivers and lakes have been contaminated because they've been inundated with heavy industrial metals, and which is affecting Indigenous women as a result of their ingestion of contaminated fisheries products. These pollutants enter the food chain and directly affect the health of Indigenous women, particularly during pregnancy. That creates risks of neurological disorders, and in terms of fetal development, it increases the risks of hormonal disorders and adverse effects on reproductive health. The Machi people and traditional curers and traditional medicine workers of the Mapuche people are raising the alarm about this pollution. There's also the harmful effects of monocrops, devastating forest fires, and the loss of biodiversity, which is prompting Mapuche people to be forced to resort to non-Mapuche medical assistance. They've also raised the alarm about the threat of climate change as a threat to the whole of humankind, not just Indigenous communities. Chile has vast swathes of protected marine areas, but to a large extent, the Indigenous peoples have been displaced from these marine protected areas. Chile has a climate law, but it does not refer in any way to Indigenous peoples or to their traditional knowledge. As such, we respectfully ask the Permanent Forum to urge the State of Chile to incorporate Indigenous science into climate and environmental legislation, particularly into the Climate Change Framework Law, that is Law 21455, dated June 2022. Chile must amend Supreme Decree 66 to bring it into line with the FPIC standard. Chile must protect ecosystems in which Mapuche medicine draws upon, and Chile must produce disaggregated data in connection with the health of Indigenous peoples. Thank you.
I thank the representative of Images for Inclusion.